Hi, welcome to this very brief overview of the music elective class here at KIP. When a student comes into my class, the first thing they see is the countdown to teaching. They'll hear some music that they're not familiar with. In this case, this is from our week on music creators and listening to Japanese acoustic music. Finally, they'll be given some instruction of what I want them to do while we're waiting for class to start. In this case, I'm asking them to log into Go Formative, which is how I check for understanding. The class is broken into 4 parts, but before we talk about the class, we talk about why are we here. I try to teach it as empowerment, that just as a fish is surrounded by water, our students are surrounded by music all throughout the day. Sometimes they're conscious. Sometimes they know they're listening to music. And other times it's just they're in their video games, or it's in a movie, or it's in a commercial. And this activity, music is created to affect your spirit, to affect your feelings, your emotions. And so I try to teach it that we're going to study this thing because there's this phenomena that's affecting your emotions all day long. And I want you to be more aware of what's going on. As I said, we're in 4 units. The first unit is we look at the elements of music that translate no matter what form of music you're listening to. These elements are there. I'm talking about melody or harmony or rhythm or structure, form. And so we study that, but we study it using music that they already know. And I give them simple tools like this rhythm tool to create music, but in a fun way, so they can see a visual representation that goes along with what they're hearing. And of course, I also show traditional notation. Then the second unit is mixing and arranging music. And so I introduced a tool called Soundtrap. And Soundtrap is a recording program. And again, we're using the elements of music, but now we're using music that they know, and they're able to deconstruct and arrange songs from the radio. So here's an example of a song that they know. But now they can take individual components of the song, play with the volume, and throughout the course we learn how to cut this up and rearrange into different sections. Next thing we do is we take them out of their comfort zone. They're no longer just listening to music they know. Now we're going to go into music creators, and that could be anyone from composers living or dead. It could be film composers, video composers, performers. It could be engineers. It could even be a style of music. And as I introduce new music to them, they have to go and do research on some area of music creation, and they create a podcast. So now they're using the tools of how to record voices and how to bring in music, and they're creating a way to inform other people using the tool. Here's an example of a podcast.
Hi, this is Sophia Ramescal, and this is an interview with Dodie Clark. The songwriter who grew up bearing her soul on YouTube brings a compelling frankness about her mental health and queer identity to her work.
So that's just a short section. The podcasts were about a minute long each. Finally, we do a project, kind of a culminating project where they learn, they take how they can bring in music or create music, bring in sound effects, record their voice, put lots of different effects on their voice, just like filters affect your face, the picture. There are effects that affect your voice, and the kids learn how to create commercials. Here's an example of their commercial. This is Lily.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of setting a goal and achieving it. Taking it slow, grasping the club gently and focusing in on the ball, lining up a stroke and it goes. Treat your kids to some family fun and excitement while teaching them the value of setting a goal and achieving it.
So that was really good. I told her that one sounded like it actually could go on the radio today. I create these very short lessons using Screencastify to make sure the kids have enough time for guided practice. And I use the program Go Formative so I can collect real-time information, checking for understanding as I'm asking questions. That's what we're doing in music. Please let me know if you guys have any questions.